side.
Yeah, and this is another, obviously most of these are going to be classic SoCal battles, being that these are all SoCal top players.
Yeah.
This is one that goes heavily in Fiction's favor overall.
Yeah.
But I believe Null has taken at least a couple sets.
Here and there, just because they get to play a little bit more often than you might see other players play. But Fiction also doesn't go to the most locals.
Yeah, he goes to a decent amount.
A decent amount, yeah.
Null goes to like everything.
Null is a grinder.
Yeah, for sure. And he grinded that first stock, starting off hot.
I would imagine Fiction was seeded #1 for this tournament, right? Because I think he would be above S2J, he would be above West Balls, he'd be above Lucky.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Right, I think he's #1.
Okay. Oh, catches the double jump with the dash attack, but messes up his edge guard. Ooh, and messes up the shorten too.
Oh, man.
Back-to-back clubs for Null. Oh, Fiction's starting to heat up a little bit.
Oh, man, catching the side B like that.
Yeah.
Jeez. He wanted to edge cancel that forward air and continue the sequence, but even when he doesn't, he still has a plan B.
Yeah, and the really impressive thing about Fiction is he gets all these kind of weird straight hits like with the forward air, but he was still able to L-cancel that and then lead to a further edge guard, which not a lot of players would do.
I think I heard the side B from Null as he was trying to edge guard Fiction. I heard a second side B for some reason, kind of doubting himself, punishing Fiction's side B, and that's going to cost him so much.
There into up smash. Beautiful from Fiction. And Fiction has taken 3 stocks unanswered at this point.
I don't know if you're watching the player cam, but Fiction is definitely talking in the middle of some of these stocks. And then I saw Null smile a little bit too.
No, that's the Fiction classic.
That is. It really is.
It gets in your head sometimes.
It
definitely can.
Definitely can. But sometimes I think of it as kind of like a positive thing. Like, oh, he's enjoying this game so much.
Right.
He's just in the moment, speaking his mind. Oh. I kind of like the idea, but as soon as like the forward air hit and he was just way below off stage, it's like, oh, this is really not gonna net anything.
I feel like he maybe meant to nair. That's the only way that makes sense.
Then you can do the forbidden shine.
Right. Okay. See if you can clean this up.
Nice. From that position, you really have not too many options because Fox had even threw like dash attack, and it's going to cover if you go fade back to ledge.
Right.
So
I mean, he could have gone for the shallow angle, but then he wasn't going to sweet spot ledge with the shallow angle. So Fiction put himself in a spot where he could cover pretty much any options that Null had. Good stuff from Fiction. See if Null can bounce back on Dreamland.
Oh. Got him right out of it. Oh, that was a really good shine from Null to take away all the pressure from Fiction's end.
Yep.
He gets the grab. Okay. Yeah, see, the follow-ups are not quite there. Part of it is that Fiction did beautiful DI to where he wasn't going to go to either of the platforms, but
it still felt like maybe Null could have followed up if he kind of like pulled back before he went for the back air.
Yeah. Oh, catches him right at the start of the side B.
And that's going to be an early kill. Very good start from Fiction. Once again.
Dude, Fiction's punish game is actually very consistent. Just watching these two Foxes go at it, right?
Yeah.
There are a couple situations where I feel like Fiction would convert where Null didn't quite do it.
Great shorten.
It really was. But
nice
great.
angle too.
Needed that angle.
Yeah, but Fiction just rinsing and repeating.
Yeah, look at that. Like, just all the corner pressure.
Yeah.
Even though Null had such a good angle with the up B, he was still stuck in the corner for the entire time, right?
And the great shorten, like 2 back-to-back really difficult recovery options that he nailed, but then it didn't matter.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Yo.
Null combo?
Oh, not quite on the final tech chase follow-up.
So close. Because he got the edge guard and he wanted to like hit him off with a back air or something. Why does Fiction know all these situations?
Ooh, great air dodge from Null, knowing that situation defensively. Clean shines out of shield on both sides.
Even though he stayed grounded after the dash attack, he still was able to get the power shield. Big shit.
Oh, love the running down tilt from Fiction. Messes up the follow though. Very luckily for Null, Fiction wasn't quite close enough.
You might have hit him and like stage spiked him or something. He was pretty high percent.
That was definitely
What
scary.
was that? Did you see that laser that he did? No, that was such a...
Oh man, I feel like there was an angle.
There was an angle, right? If he did it not quite to stage.
Slightly higher, he could have actually recovered. So Null needs to be kind of careful on some of these edge guards.
Yo, that laser that Null did though was kind of cheeky. I really liked it in the pressure sequence.
Yeah.
All right, Null.
Yeah, he brought this back in a big way, but it's Fox Dittos, so this lead doesn't mean too much.
True.
Fiction with the slightly awkward timing.
Oh, he tried to do that again. That's what he tried to do the previous game with the
Yeah.
forward air, right? Like, I think he's trying to do the Zelgata shine where you're doing the nair and then you jump shine, right?
And that only really works if you full hop the nair. So I think that might have been another flub. Instead of getting a forward air, he just got a short hop this time.
Okay, but he gets a... He's on the board. Null is on the board.
Yeah, Null's doing pretty well for himself considering how the set started off.
I called it the Forbidden Shine the game one, but I didn't think anyone would catch that it was actually Zelgata Shine. We need a new name for it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, did you see the smash DI on the shine?
Yeah.
It didn't matter, but it made it a little harder.
Again, Null with some impressive showings while he's dying.
Yeah. That's what you can. That's all you can do, right? Sometimes when you're playing the better player like that.
Yeah.
Yo, check out these defensive options that he's still covering somehow.
Okay, good coverage. I love that new school Fox tech where you cover one tech option with the up air and then immediately dash grab to cover the other tech option.
Right.
Some left and stuff. Some Kalindi stuff.
Oh. Oh, man. Even though Fiction was stuck in his move, Null did not quite capitalize the most he could. Falling through the platform and up airing.
Oh, man, this game is getting brutal now.
It's getting dicey.
Yeah. Oh, Randall messing up the ledge dash there for Null. Unfortunate.
You know, the H-Fox actually has done better than Fiction is doing right now versus Null.
What's that?
$100 is Fox.
What?
The H-Fox is win-wise, right? Didn't he like 2-0 him? Oh, dang, H-Fox. H-Fox.
Why you gotta bring that up? Why you gotta bring that up, Fish? Oh, that was cute.
Null heard me. He's like, what the hell, Fish? How dare you?
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Both grabbing. That might have actually been port priority. Looked like the grab started at the same frame.
Oh, dude, Fiction is so good at those power shields. Oh, is that gonna...
Not quite.
Synchronized air dodges.
Love the odd touch.
Very cute, very cute.
All right, Fiction returning to form in that game 3 with kind of a statement like, all right, you got that game 2, but that was BS. Let me show you what's up real quick. So now Null has a decision. FD always a little bit scary in Fox Dittos, right? You always like, well, even if my chain grabs are generally on point, my opponent could just be better at chain grabs today and just beat me, even if I'm the better player overall. That's why you don't see too many Foxes actually counterpick FD in the Ditto.
Yeah, I think it's basically like one neutral can net the entire stock, right?
Right.
So how confident are you in that?
Yeah.
You're not going to get kind of, I don't know what the right word would be, because I know if people say cheese or gimmicks, everyone throws a fit. You're going to get chain grabbed, right, off that one initiation.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get punished hard, essentially. You're going to get 0 to death against most of these top Foxes these days. So most Foxes, even if, again, they are confident at the chain grab, they would rather go to a stage where one neutral interaction doesn't decide the whole stock.
Yeah, because the difference between, like, even Fiction and Null is how many neutral interactions they get, right?
Yeah.
And the punish game is a lot more dynamic here.
Right.
So, like, the way that Fiction has been punishing off stage and even off these platforms is something that's hard to do if you're on Null's end or any other Fox's end, for that matter, you know?
Right. Null is kind of responding the same way every time to these forward throws off the edge from Fiction, though, and Fiction caught on the last stock. He actually waited for the air dodge and then punished it with a shine, and that netted the kill pretty much right away. So Null needs to try to switch that up a little bit. Maybe a shine stall, but again here, he did shine stall that time. Still got caught out by Fiction.
Be like that. I think Fiction is just so privy to whatever recovery options that Null is going to be doing. Or the way that he edge guards gives him enough room to where even if it doesn't quite work out, he's still in a favorable position to continue the edge guarding or keep him in the corner, right? I think we saw that game 2 in particular, where he was just where Null was just stuck in the corner for so long.
Yeah, aside from that fair and nair off stage, which again we don't really know what was about.
Right.
Fiction has done a really good job of keeping himself safe during the edge guard. So even if Null does get back, he's still cornered. Fiction is still in a good spot. And Fiction ending that with the dominant 3-stock.
Yeah. Jeez. That is kind of wild.
But yeah, I mean, what I was talking about with the FD pick, from Null's point of view, maybe go FD there. I mean,
I think
if
the difference is like 6 neutral interactions to 4 or 7 to 4 or whatever it would be, whatever that differential is, at least Null can convert off of it 100%, right? Ideally. I don't know what Null's chain grab game is like.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's
in
decent.
theory, like, if you're the underdog and this player has been mostly already beating you in the neutral on these platform stages, why not take a chance on FD?
Right. Like, if you're the underdog, place your bets.
That's actually quite poignant.
It somehow is, right? It somehow works out. You're ahead of your time, Chillin. You're talking about Fox Dittos in 2020.
Oh, man.
Lyrical genius.
If only I was playing Fox Dittos in 2020.
Oh.
But yeah, this game was just this is what I was talking about, where he was onto the air dodge from Null and punished it heavily.
Yeah, and we kind of saw that too with the Army Toucan set too, right? Where they were just so well aware of the secondary mix-up that was going to happen off the defensive positions by the ledge, and punishing that so well.
Yeah.
Kind of fast-paced to do it in a Fox Ditto too. So
and just so much more confidence from Fiction too compared to Null. You saw a lot of like slight hesitations from Null. He didn't quite think he was ready to punish something, even when he could have got it. Stuff like that. Whereas Fiction, just very deliberate with every single attack that he did. Aside from the nair and fair off stage, which were kind of sus.
He was trying something. He
I think
something
he was
in the lab.
for just full hop nair, cut off the up B, and then jump shine. Yeah. But messed both of them up. But again, didn't matter too much. Fiction will be in top 8 winners as well.
That's right. So we got 2 top 8 people with Army and Fiction on opposite sides of the bracket.
Yeah, so they won't be playing each other, at least not yet, in top 8 winners semis.
I wonder if we're going to like drop down to, I think some of the top 24 losers are being played off stream, because I'm looking at this Smash GG. It looks like Snap and Jace are being played off stream. Nut and Deft are being played off stream.
Yeah.
John Lemon and Valk have already finished their set, and Valk advancing 3-0, so.
Yeah, Mega Xmas over Mike Hayes 3-1 as well. That's a pretty big one.
Oh, dang. So Mike Hayes out of this tournament.
Yeah.
I might have thought he would get top 8.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, but SoCal is nothing to scoff at.
That's the thing about SoCal is this is, again, just basically glorified SoCal local in the sense of the attendees. And those go all over the place. Even if, you know, S2J shows up to a local and he's top 10 level in the world, he doesn't win every local he goes to, you know what I mean? There's so many killers in SoCal that anything could really happen. And speaking of killers in SoCal,
this has actually been historically one of my favorite sets throughout time, is Lucky versus Westballs. Like, I like them at Big House, I like them at SSS's, I'm going to like them here at DreamHack. I feel like these 2 players have always exemplified the Melee that I like watching, right? Kind of just in your face, high octane, cool combos, spacies. It's what I want to see, man.
Yeah. And the confidence. From both players, just they both know that they can whoop the other's ass. And that's what they're trying to show.
And I think even in this era, right, like the way that even they portray themselves on Twitter. Westballs calls himself HBox's coach, and Lucky calls himself Mango's friend.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a little bit different of an era.
Right.
They both are very capable players, and I would.
But they're both not quite at the level overall compared to everyone else that they were maybe a year or 2 ago, and they're both acknowledging that.
They're both acknowledging that, exactly. That's what I was trying to say by the monikers they've given each other.
Yeah. They both know that they can do better, and they want to show that they can do better, but they're having fun with the fact that, you know, they're just HBox's coach and Mango's friend right now.
Yeah, but I always have faith in players like this to bring it back, especially with the regions they live in and just the mindset that they have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, they're the types of players that regularly top 8 in majors in the past and still do, just not as often or as consistently.
Yeah.
And I mean, because of the high octane style that you discuss, that leads to more inconsistency naturally. Like
absolutely.
The way to be consistent in Melee is not be super fast and aggressive. That's never been the case. So it's definitely kind of a testament to these players' skill that they've been able to maintain that style through all the years and still be, you know, top 20-ish level.
Right.
Despite the fact that the meta has gone, generally speaking, in more of a defensive